Hello and welcome to the new episode of Nürburgring Blast here this week. So as you can see in the background, we're taking the RUF CTR3. Let's get it right there. We're going to take this around the Nürburgring and see how it does. So what is this? This is basically a custom car. I know RUF get their name from tuning Porsches, but this is pretty much bespoke, pretty much most of it. It's not really a Porsche at all, but 690 horsepower to the rear wheels, mid-engined, and only 1,400 kilos. So this is quite a rocket. It's going to be a pretty handful around the Nürburgring. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it does. It'll probably punch up there fairly high because it's got good top end, and it's probably going to be pretty fast down Dottingerhöhe, so we'll find out that very soon. So without more of an introduction, let's get to it. Right, CTR3 versus Nürburgring. One hell of a tricky car here. On the power, up to third. Back down to second for the first corner. Get that nose turned in. And squeeze the power as we go down the hill. Up to third. Rear end is dancing there in third gear. Come on, come on. And there we go. Do we get fourth? Yes, we do. And then back down to third. Right, we're going to use third all the way through this first technical section, just to try and calm the rear end. Use a bit of that turbo lag as traction control, and also second is just a bit too short, constantly bumping into the limiter. Right, too deep into that section there, so we're late on the throttle here. We should be wide open here, but we're not. So lost a little bit of time there on the final section, that first technical bit there. Flat out towards the flung plats, hard on the brakes, and again just to get the nose down so we can see where it's going, get a bit of grip over the front axle, and just try and get to full throttle when we can, and then power out up over the hill, fifth gear. Right, car still really accelerating. It's 280 kph, 290. Brakes down to fourth for Schredenkreuz. Back on the power. There we are. Down to third. Second. Come on, turn it in. Rear end wants to swap on us then. Right, foxholes. This is just going to be a case of just trying to point the car in the right direction. Smooth inputs. And gravity assisted with that 700 horsepower all the way down. Brake for the compression, then brake as we come up over the rise down to third. Come on, come on. And then second for the chicane. Try and keep it tight in the first section. We didn't. We'll use the curb and then point it on the exit. Whoa! Listen to that thing bump against the limiter. 7,500 RPM up to fourth. See the fast left here, and we're down one gear. We don't have great aero grip, and we are on road tyres, remember. Down to second. Try and stay to the left. Up to third, just temporarily. Whew, sorry if at times I don't do a lot of commentary. This thing is a full-on mental and physical workout to get around the lap. Right, dab of brakes, hold third. Didn't really want to hit that curb. Right, miss, hit, miss. There's the hit, and oh, the miss is happening just because of sheer rear end instability. Right, early shift down to second just to try and calm the car down a little bit. Right, trying to get on the power through that section there. Second gear. This car is a straight line car. You know what? Keeping it in a straight line and powering down would be a job, but when you go and stick it on a track, oh, it becomes even harder. Right, we're going to use third torque. There we go. Point it towards the sky. Oh, watch that RPMs rise. Right, up to fourth. Fast left here. We're going to dab a brakes. And then hard on the brakes. Focus on the exit. Any car that accelerates up here with a lack of downforce is going to be a scary car, and this is going to be one of them. Right, up the hill we go. Fourth gear already. Still pulling. Going to blend out the throttle here just as it starts tightening up. Back flat again. Up to fifth. Turn it in. There we go. Right. Even though this is a big hill, this car's still accelerating. That's 260 kph. Still going. Blend out the throttle there. Right. This is going to be nowhere near flat. Actually going to play safe and go down to third and power out of the corner. Right, blind right hand corner here. Just about got there, heard the curbs. All the way down to second for the carousel section. Right, understeer, come on, come on, come on. Squeeze the power on, there we go. Right, up to third, heading towards the carousel. It's got to be a second gear corner, hasn't it? Oh, hard on the brakes, almost overshot it. Just try and stay in that carousel, there we go. Oh, rear end got lit up as we exited it. Up to fourth, really accelerating hard. Dab of brakes, get it turned in, come on. Oh, lost the rear end a little bit there. Right, third gear, up over the rise. We're going to use this third gear again, just to keep the car under control. At least we can then left foot brake, which tends to help with this kind of car. Right, down the hill we go. Being careful over the rise, because it will light up the rear tyres. Now this is where a race car will be pulling away from a car like this, but we're probably going to have a good Dottinger. That Dottinger is going to probably be 200 plus miles an hour for this car. Right, down we go, holding third. Oh, you can see the rear end just dancing around. May look pedestrian to you, but this is a handful of a car. Right, come on, YouTube corner, and then power all the way out. There we go. Going to go down to second for this one so we can point it at the stars. There we go. Back up to third. Three. We're actually going to take an early shift to fourth. And then up over the rise. On the brakes early. Get the nose turned in. There we go. Come on, understeer. Up over the rise. There we go. Off camber sections now. So going to take it easy as we go over the top there. Remember, this is a road car, no race car, and we are on the default setup. No extra grip from tyres or tuning or anything like that. No traction control. Right, least favourite corner on the track, this left-hander. Going to take it in third, try and get a good exit. Oh, yeah. Right, baby carousel. We've completely missed it. Right, come on. We'll keep it going. Oh, just because this car is absolutely wearing me out here. Right, final corner before Dottinger. A little bit of grass there. Come on. Will this beat the 1LE? Can't remember what time it done. Right, we're flat out. Up to fourth. Oh, it's a respite to be back on the Dottinger. Right, our speed. Look at that. That's 290 kph. 300 kph. Up to sixth. First time we've got to sixth gear. 310 kph. So 320. So almost 200 miles an hour. We had to back off through there. Gonna go back down to fifth. Oh, wow. So I didn't commentate that section. I was just literally holding on for grim life. Right, final corner. Power. There we go, up to third. Oh my god, across the finish line. That is one heck of a car. 734. I don't know where it sits in the standings. I'll put the leaderboard up in a minute. But I'm out. That's it. I'm done.